First, I need to configure the folder, right? Okay, so go to Microsoft Service Batch. Okay, here you make new folder. I say Angular Batch 1. Let us go inside the source code. You say here Angular project. Okay. Now take this URL path, go here under folder. I come here project. Now go to terminal. What is the command you are saying?
ng new, ng space new project.
ng new.
Project.
I say e-store. Okay. What is not coming? Do I need to add Angular routing? Yes. Now you see there is a routing is been added. Earlier, you don't have routing, right? Routing hyphen model.ts, and you will have module folder and component.ts, and it is installing all the packages. Okay, so this is how the routing will be added. Hi, SSV. Let the npm completed. In meanwhile, what is routing? Anyone can tell me what you aware about routing? Feel free to talk. What is routing?
Yeah, routing means look like if you want to navigate one page to another page, we are using the routing concept.
Super. See, I can say routing is a concept, routing in Angular. It is similar to route mechanism in .NET Core. Okay, it doesn't have much values. Okay, it is basically a powerful concept. Routing is a concept used to navigate from one page to another, or one component to another component. Okay, what is meant by one component to another component? Anybody can give me an example how the routing will happen? What is component? Why do we need a component in Angular? We already discussed what is a component. It is a independent
Then
piece of functionality in it, right?
yes,
That is what we are calling as a component.
component.
Okay. Now, if you look into here, yes, project is created. TLS. How to build the project? CD, restore, and then
ng
ng serve hyphen
hyphen
hyphen open. You say yes. Now it is building. Since it is creating the very first time, it is taking time to build it. Now the resource is added. Okay. Say I want to delete everything in this page. What to do? Where this HTML will be available?
app.component.ts
App dot
HTML
component dot
component.html
HTML. Okay, you say simply remove, say h1 parent component. Now you got it? And then I want to make this center align. How to do that?
the text align center.
Go to common CSS, global CSS, h1
H1
text align center, so that across the project it will get centralized. Now you have a parent component. Now here in this, I am going to create a routing mechanism. Okay, to do the routing mechanism, what will happen if you look into here? App.module has a app routing module component. You see the routing dot app hyphen routing dot module is added automatically here. Listen carefully. It is automatically added. Yes or no? Yes or no? See, if you look into here, you see, would you like to add Angular routing or not? When you're creating the project, it is asking, would you like to add Angular routing or not? At that particular point of time, you can say yes. Or you no need to say in such a way that you can have a command prompt. You can create a command prompt. What is the command prompt is ng g module app hyphen routing. Listen carefully, app hyphen routing, and then app hyphen routing hyphen route hyphen flat. You got my point? So you have to place hyphen routing hyphen flat. This is the command to create a routing module. Listen carefully, to create a routing module in a project. Routing module in a project, we need to use the below command. Clear my point? Suppose if your project doesn't have a routing module, you can directly go ahead and type this. Can you tell me what is the purpose? Module means creating a module file. Creating a module file. Okay. So what are all things are available in them? Basically, what are all the things available in the module? Can anyone tell me? You will have imports, you will have exports, you will have
Provide.
serving, you will have bootstrap component, right? Startup component. These are all the parameters you will have in the module. But in routing module, you see import and export alone. Are you got my point? Now, if you see this module, you see declaration, you have import, you have provider, you have bootstrap. Are you got my point? So now I will remove this. I remove this. Listen carefully. I'm removing this. Now you go. My page will not get affected. Okay, my page is not supporting. It's not affecting anywhere. Whenever you create a module file, route module file, your app route module will be available. So will this class need to be imported in the app.module TS or not? Then only this routing will be configured in your Angular. Second step is step 2. Register routing module file, module class in the app module.ts file. Okay, how to register app module.ts file? Import app-routing class. Am I right? Say yes or no. Amar,
Yes, sir.
everybody. Judy, Mayasami,
Yes, sir.
SSV. Import. Okay, you say app routing. Where is that module? What is the module name? Okay, I'm removing here. Okay, so what is the module? App routing module in app component, app module here. Import. See, app routing module. And then in the browser module, you have to say app routing module, comma. And you are declaring the import as an array of app routing module. Now the routing has been configured. Now coming back in the parent component, how to define the routing component? For that, I need one more component. What is my component, guys? Can you tell me what is my component? So cd restore. Okay, ng gc home, I create a component called home component. Now home component is created. Say yes or no. Say yes or
Yes,
no. Everybody. Now I want to register this home component in my component.html. How to do that? I'm putting here HR. Okay. Here I'm going to say app-home. Now you see there is an app component is working. App component is there or not? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
But I don't want to register here. I don't want to register here. What I'm going to do in the route module under this array, I'm going to say two things. Can anyone tell me what is the two things we have to do?
We need to set path.
We need to set
Path.
path colon slash home. And then what you need to do?
component and the component name.
This should be declared with the component. What is your home component name? What is your
Home.
component name? Home component. Now the route has been defined. Whenever you have a slash home, this home component by default will be added. Okay, what will happen? This route will automatically imported here as a route module as an input. So your parent component will be automatically look for the routes of child components. Understand my point? Your parent component will be automatically look for the child component. Now in the component.html, if you go here, it will not work. If I use slash home, it will not work. Why it is not working? You see here. In the inspect element, go to network. Okay, refresh. It throws an error. Invalid configuration path. You understand my point? You see, path cannot be start with slash. You are having a problem? Say yes or no in the main.ts file.
Yes, sir.
Amar, Judy. Guys, you have to
Yes.
unmute and talk. Okay, now to handle this situation, in your parent component, you have to say router hyphen outlet. Okay, now if you go back, refresh, it will work. Why da? You have to use router outlet. This router outlet will be comes here. And then, okay, sorry. If you have a home component, you have to register. The home component is registered. And then you will have a router outlet. To make a connection of router outlet, I am using here. This router outlet will call that one. It is a placeholder. Okay. After creating the router outlet, here you will have an anchor tag home. And then you have to specify this router outlet should include that. somewhere it is. Food is working. What was the I can't figure it out. Okay.
Sir, can you give the home component? The name is the letter.
Hmm?
No,
Come again?
no, home H will be capital.
Hmm.
Yes.
It's not like that. It's correct only. The hell is happening? ఎక్కడున్నావు అమర్? Food is correct only. Somewhere it is breaking. Even I had a routing module, browser module.
Router outlet also you added.
Yes, I had it.
Yeah, I think I saw. Yes.
It is correct only.
Yes.
Code-wise, no issues. Let's see what is happening. What this guy is telling. Cannot match any route.main.ts. NG040402. Correct only. Okay. I forgot to add one thing. Here you need to import one more. Import router hyphen outlet. Okay. You need to register this component. Okay, in the router outlet. You have to give this outlet and then imports router outlet. Okay, import is only a standalone. You don't need this. Okay, you can import in module. You can add here import router outlet and then take this router outlet. Here you need to add router outlet. Judy Milesami Nuri, do you have any idea?
So can you give that what O is small letter, sir? H.
Okay. It doesn't make sense here.
Okay, sir.
Oh. Is it a case sensitive? It should not be case sensitive, right?
This is case sensitive only, sir.
Oh, that is wrong. It is case sensitive. Okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. Fine. Now understand? Nuri? SSV? Judy?
Yes, sir.
Got the point? See, very simple. It's a case sensitive actually. The path what you are giving is a case sensitive. What you need to do is step one, you register the routing module class in the Apple module TS. In step three, in app module.ts file, we need to import router outlet class. Understand? From which module? From which module we have to get the router outlet class? Angular dot Angular of router module. Okay, from Angular dot router module. Once we done that, step 4, in component dot HTML file, we need to include router outlet tag. Router outlet tag. Understand my point? So this is how we have to do. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody have any questions? So first you need to create a module of app routing and then register the routing module class in the app module. And then in the app module file, we need to use a router outlet class. And then find in the component module, you need to include router outlet. Okay, and one more thing, after registering, okay, after registering, we need to define a routes. We need to define a routes array with 2 parameters. What are all those parameters? What are all those parameters we are defined? Come on. What are the parameters we are defining? Say yes or no.
Sir.
Hello. What
Yes,
parameter
sir.
we are defining?
Sir,
What
we
parameter we are
define
defining?
path.
We define path and component. Right?
Yes, sir.
Am I right or wrong? We define path component. Here, path is the URL name. Path is the URL name defined for the component. And here, actual component will be loaded. Actual component will be loaded. And one more thing we need to tell. Path is a case sensitive or not? URL path is a case sensitive or not? URL path is case sensitive. Clear my point? Guys, Nuri, Mailswami, Judy.
Yes.
Path is a case sensitive or not? If I change the path as M, path will not work. Okay. Now that is the reason we are using path. Now if you go your UI, you say normal. No, nothing is there. In the main parent component, I say here H1 parent component. Clear my point? Now you see, I had a parent component. Now if you give home, I got the home component. Am I right or wrong? Now if you give normal, you are getting a parent component under which you want to load your child component. I loaded a child component. Sir, I don't want to go on entering the URL here. I need to do a link here. So what I will do in the router outlet, I'm going to use an anchor tag. Okay, router link. I have a concept called router link equal to, simply say dot slash home. And here I am saying home component. Okay, this router link associated with this path. Understand? This router link associated with this which path? This path. Now you see, you got a component. Got it? Got it or
Yes,
not? Did I made anything? Now, if you normally refresh, parent component is there. In the parent component, I'm going to use a home component. Like that, I'm going to create a few more components. How many components I'm going to create? I'm going to create two components. Contact X. I say GC contact. I created a GC contact. And again, I'm going to create a one more component. Sorry, about. So how many components I created in my project? How many components I created in a project? I have home component, I have contact component, I have a about component. My simple question here is, I take a path colon, I say about, comma, component, colon, about component, which I created, and then path, colon, contact, comma, component, contact component. So how many components I registered in the router? Nuri,
Three.
how many components I created?
Three.
1, 2, 3. All the three components I added here. Now go to my app component.html. I'm going to have copy, paste. I say here about component. I say here contact component. And here I'm going to say about. Here I'm going to say contact. Now go back to your UI. You see all the components are available here. Say yes or no. Say yes or no.
Yes.
Say yes or no. You have all the component URLs are available or not? Judy, you are the only person. Can you speak?
Yes,
Sir,
available.
I am responding.
Okay, fine. I'm not able to hear. Okay, fine. So, and then I want to define some CSS so that I can make sure this anchor will be in a better way. So let me go anchor. I say display inline block. Okay, and then margin 0 pixel auto. Okay, do one thing. I put everything under div so that it will be easy. I put div. Okay, ma? I had given everything in a div. Home. Okay. Now go to the CSS. Let make this as div. Margin 0 pixel auto. It has to come center line. Why it is not happening? And padding 20 pixel. Okay. Margin inline block width 80%. And then display flex, let us be. And then flex direction. No, let's make it as row. And then margin padding 0 pixel auto. Now fine. Now go here, anchor margin 10 pixel. Gap is created. Padding 20 pixel. And then you can have background color red. Fine. You got the color. Say yes or no for the menus. And then
Yes.
so better you need to have this background color in the div. So that entire bar, see now the entire bar will be red. Now here you can say no need to have 20 pixel, just make it as 5 pixel. Now this is something good. Now come back and here I say color white smoke. And then text decoration, none. And then font size, font family, Vardhana, so that it will be Vardhana font. Now you got it? Now font size 20 pixel. Clear, ma? Now what you need to have? What is the other thing you are looking for? You want bold, right? Font weight 600. Clear? You got the value of anchor? You got it or not? Both of you.
Yes.
Okay, now whenever I scroll here, it should be showing a navy blue color. So what do you need to do? Anchor H over, I say background color navy. Got it? Say yes or no? Yashashvi,
Yes.
got the clarity?
Yes, sir.
But you see the edges are not proper. So what you need to do? Border radius 10 pixel. Now make sense?
Yes.
But padding is this much you required. Shall we reduce the padding? Let's make 10. Makes sense, right? Click on home component, click on about component, everything is working.
The background red color also you can make it as that border curve.
Come again, this border, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we can do that. Border. Done.
Yes.
Got it?
Got
Now go here, go to contact, remove everything. H1 contact component. You see, home component, contact component. Now what you need to do? Here, H1 about component. See, but if you see the default, it is showing parent component, right? But I want to make my home as default. What you will do in the route, where is the route? In the route module, remove this, simply say hash. What happened? Okay, I don't want to do this. I'll do that one tomorrow. Okay, now you understand?
Yes.
Everybody, how the routing works. Judy,
Yes.
say yes or no, Judy. Judy Mark, you are in mute.
Yes.
Understand, right? So this is the concept called routing. So basically what you are doing is to create a new project, okay, contact, about, and home. And then in the module.ts, you simply go here to create a router module. In that router module, you are going to register all the modules as a configuration. You see, these two are already available. And this constant route is there. Your job is to go and do this. Okay. So, sir, if I want to do, there is something other thing we need to do in this router module. If there is no, I want to set a default home page, and I want to set, if there is any other URL provided, you have to say it is not a valid page to access. So that we will configure tomorrow. And this router module, the module which we create a router module, will go and add in your module component. You are added a router module, app routing module. On top of that, you need to register router outlet in the module file. That router outlet will be defined and used in your here. This is how you have to use. You have a router outlet under which you will have a div, under which you will have an anchor tag. To define this div and anchor tag, we are implemented CSS. Any questions?
No.
Got my point? But make sure when you are configuring the module, router module, it should be case sensitive. It should be case sensitive. Clear my point? Am I clear or not?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the concept. Tomorrow, my plan is I have to do this. Tomorrow I'm going to set tomorrow how to define a default component using router. That is one thing. Second thing, how to pass a parameter to the routing, to the component as a routing. Got my point? So we will discuss these two. Anybody have any questions?
No.
We'll discuss these two things so that we will complete the 80% of routing. Now you all understand, right, how the routing works? Very simple and efficient, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Bye, Nuri. Nuri, are you there? SSV.